Hi Libra, this is KACEE with your career reading for August. Thank you for tuning in. SHAE and I are so happy to have all of you here with us. She will have a video that's going to pop up at the end of this one for your sign, so please check for that. She does give a different perspective. This career reading is general, guys, so I hope that you can take something from the message and apply it to your circumstances, however it may fit for you. I'm going to pull a couple of cards here to start with your energy. And we have broken heart as well as strategy. So your energy right now here with your career is that something is not panning out, or something did not pan out that was very, very important to you, and it has shifted your perspective. Right now you need to come out and look at it from a different angle, because you need to strategize as to how you're going to fix this, how you're going to move forward, and whatever it is that kind of puts you in that broken heart, defeated energy, you need to get out of that as soon as possible. You need to put that behind you, work on those feelings at a different time, because this is all about your career, this is about your finances, this is about your stability. So you can't wallow in that energy. You have to come out that strong Libra with the balance and go forward with your strategy. You need to manipulate your circumstances for the greater good of yourself, your finances, and your security. If this is a relationship situation that has, I don't want to say damaged, but made your journey in your career difficult, that again, you need to work on that emotional attachment in a later time. You need to put that aside and focus on your career right now, because that's where you're going to get your stability. That's where you're going to get your self-confidence back. If that happens to be lacking for some reason, you know, the broken heart can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Like I said, it could be a relationship that has thrown your career or your job off kilter. It could have been that you love this job and it didn't pan out. There could be a lot of different reasons that you're feeling that intense energy of a broken heart, the Three of Swords, being betrayed, feeling a loss. Here we have the Empress as a clarifier. Now this is telling me that you are going to be able to pull out from that negative energy or that heavy energy, and you're going to be able to make this abundant. You're going to be able to find a new strategy in order to make your money, in order to pay your bills, in order to fulfill yourself with your career or your job, and that you don't feel that heavy energy anymore. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel that you are sharing with everyone else. You're putting money in the bank. You're feeling good about what you're doing. So we're going to go ahead and pull some advice cards or obstacle cards, depending on how it's laid out. All right, guys. Trapped in fear. Wow. Base chakra, not surprised there. When you're trapped in fear and you have a broken heart, it really hits you at the root. It hits you at your foundation. We have to get past that. We have to get out of that energy, because when we're trapped in fear with the 8, that's like the 8 of Swords. So this is a mental thing that we're doing to ourselves, not so much someone else, but it's how we're reacting to our situation that is making us feel sad that we had a loss, that we're scared to move forward, and it's shaking us at our core, at our foundation, at our roots. And when that chakra is messed up, you don't feel safe. You don't feel like you're confident enough to move forward, and that's what you need to work on. You need to get that back, and in order to do that, you have to feel the Empress. You have to give your intentions that you have everything that you need. You have to put that out in the universe so that you can bring it back. That's, you know, your intention of having that. So if you're lacking that right now for whatever reason, you need to stop focusing on what you can make out of what you have left. And you are going to be able to come in with financial and material changes. This is, you know, it could be going from bad to worse, or it could be going from worse to best. So it's all how you look at it. That's where you need to use that strategy energy that you guys are so good at. You know, you guys know how to kind of maneuver around things. You know, you see things from a different perspective. Being a Libra, you can see from both sides. So use that as your advantage. You can figure a way out of this. Oh, yes, you can. Look at Libra, you rejoice in celebration. So whatever you need to change to make you feel abundant, to make you feel safe, to make you feel strong, it will change your finances. It will improve them, and you'll be able to celebrate and rejoice as to where you are now based on where you had been a couple weeks ago, months ago, whatever the case is. So that broken heart, that feeling of loss, being trapped in fear is throwing you off on your base chakra. Once you get a hold of that base chakra and you get a new plan in place, everything is going to change, and it will build your confidence back up, and you will not be afraid. You'll be ready to take whatever obstacle or blessing comes at you and know what to do with it. You know, like I said, it could be a relationship situation that caused you to lose a job or caused you not to get a job that you wanted. You know, if you have a lot of situations that you're dealing with, on the personal, it makes us not be able to focus on what we're supposed to be doing to encourage ourselves to build on whatever we have already done to make our foundation even stronger. And we all get thrown off the path, you know. No one's different. Every so often we get thrown off our path, and we have to regroup and realize what's important and how we're going to get there. And we all get that curveball. Judgment, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Hermit. The broken heart here in regards to your career, whether you, like I said, are starting a new career because it didn't work out, you're being prohibited from starting something that you wanted, it's going to alleviate itself. It's like you were misjudged, unfairly judged, and you felt all the burdens on you, which is represented with the Ten of Wands. You took on way too much because you were trying to make everyone else happy, which is also represented with the Queen of Cups. You were putting yourself in a situation that you were doing things that you were not happy with because other people asked you to, because other people demanded it from you. Now, this could be your job, this could be your family that's affecting your career. If you had a job and a boss that you just could not get along with, and you had to move forward, and it was really hard for you to do so because you put so much into it and it still wasn't paying off, you need to do the Hermit energy. You need to go within, figure out what you want to do, where you want to do it, make peace with what has happened so that you don't bring that energy to your next job, to your next situation, because we want to release that energy so that you can rejoice. So you go through these tough times, and it's a learning experience. No matter what we do or where we go, we're always learning, growing, and expanding. So don't look back on this with a broken heart. Look back on it that you accepted this lesson that had to be learned in order for you to be a better employee or stronger in your job or whatever it was. Make sure that you understand that this was not something against you, is to teach you something. And you know, lessons stink. You know, I'm not going to even lie on that, because they really challenge us. They hurt us. They hurt our ego. They hurt our pride. And they can hurt our heart if it was a situation that, you know, you love this job and it just didn't pan out for whatever reason. It wasn't abundant for you. Or you're putting all your heart into a situation and you're trying to figure out how to make it abundant, and it's really stressing you out. You know, and we need to be careful, because we need to make sure that we are very safe and strong in our foundation, because nothing else is going to work out if we're not strong within ourselves, if we don't love ourselves from within, if we don't believe in ourselves, because then that makes us weak. And the weaker we are, the less we're able to take on these new challenges. So we need to make sure we're very strong, that we surround ourselves with people that are like-minded, that bring us up when we start to fall. And like I said, we all stumble and fall at some point. We get a curveball. It throws us off our game. What we have to do is regroup as quick as we can, look at it from a different perspective, and then use what we have to make this work. Even if it has to be a sideline, you know, go to a new company, start a new career, whatever it is that is working for you, that brings you joy, that's going to bring you abundance, that is what's going to happen, because you're coming from the broken heart to strategy to the Empress. So you are going to make it through for the month of August, and it is going to be very fruitful and profitable for you, but you have to get past that broken heart. You have to leave it in the past so it does not follow you. Yes, see, trapped in fear is being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That is telling me that as you're fearing it, everything is falling apart. No one's happy. The finances are upside down. You need to take control of this somehow, some way, and cut your losses and move forward. Yes, Three of Pentacles, you have to do it. Reversed, of course. This is where you're going to be working by yourself. You're going to strategize by yourself. You're going to figure it out on your own, and that gives you the power, because no one else can take that away from you, because you're not relying on anyone else. If you had relied on someone recently and they did not come to pass with the money, you know, say you went in and someone owed you money, they were supposed to pay you back this month and they didn't, or you know, your roommate didn't come up with their half of the rent, you're going to be able to figure out how you're going to maneuver around this so that everyone is on the same page. So you raise your vibration, you take the power back when it comes to finances, and you decide who's going to be in charge. Oh my gosh, Libra, yes, the Fool in the upright is telling me that you're going to be taking some risks, that you are going to let go of whatever burdens that you had, and you're going to jump into this new adventure. This is going to be something new for you. You are a free spirit at this point, which is huge, because when you do take control of everything, and it's in your hands just the way we like it. You know, we like to be in control. As much as we say that we don't want to be the boss, we like to have our control over the things that are important to us. And once we gain that control, we feel so much more balanced, and we're going to be taking a risk. We're going to be moving on with this. Whatever this is that you're doing for the month, this new abundance that's coming in for you, you're going to grab with both hands, and you're going to really make this work. Yes, you are. The Star card. This is all about spirituality, having faith in yourself, having faith with knowing that there's a bigger picture and there's a path out there for you, and you just need to find where you belong. And this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to have faith again in yourself and in this particular career. So if you've been stumbling in the past, you know, hold on, because get yourself right with your strategy and follow the path that's in front of you. Follow this new blessing. Nine of Cups in reverse is telling me that there's going to be financial setbacks, that there is sadness. You know, you go from faith to hopelessness. And we need to make sure that we balance that out, that we don't stay in that hopelessness feeling, that we have, just because we were judged and we did too much for people and they did not appreciate it, we're going to go within and we're going to heal, we're going to release, and we're going to move forward. That's what the Hermit is talking about, is taking that time for yourself, for the self-care, so that you can get your self-confidence back up for whatever it is that threw you off here. Now you have the Empress in reverse. This is not your abundance being taken away. This is talking about you creating your abundance on your own. You can't rely on anyone else. This is something that you can't be codependent in. You have to be in control of what's going on. You have to be the one that's out there making the money and doing whatever it needs to be done and strategizing in the proper way to make sure that you are going to build a firm foundation for yourself so you can change your financial situation and rejoice while you are coming into all the money, all the security, and all the benefits that you've been looking for. You have rejoice in the Empress, but you also have two cards that are saying that you have to do it on your own, that you can't rely on anyone else. So when I get those cards, that's telling me that you're going to be making the money, you're going to be controlling the checkbook. There's going to be a lot of different changes in your month that are going to put you in full control, and that will release the fear, okay, because you'll know where the money's coming from. So we need to get back on board as to where we need to be and what we need to do and follow that path. You know, you can only be the Hermit for so long, and you can only be trapped in fear for so long. So eventually we just have to I was going to say put on our big kid panties and wipe our eyes and dry our tears and get out there and get done what needs to be done. Obedience. That's a very intense energy, guys, because this is all about the balance. You know, this particular card, she's blindfolded, she's standing on a block. She has the scales, but she also has a sword, and she's going into it not knowing where she's going, and she's going to be very obedient to her craft. She's going to be obedient to her beliefs. She's going to be obedient to her goals, and that's very important right now because we can't get distracted with anything else but the end game for August. So while we're healing from whatever that happens to be, know that abundance is right around the corner once we figure out where we want to go. Once we stop feeling trapped and open up that energy, new energy comes in. It allows us to see things from a different perspective, and it also allows that abundance to come in. So things are going to start paying off once you start taking control. I'm going to pull an angel oracle. See what your angel message is today. Increased energy. And it reads, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the ultimate energy of divine love and light. You're going to need to really rest and rely on the angels when you go through that heartbreak and the trapped in fear. You have to get your faith back, which is represented with the star. Faith in yourself, faith in spirit, and know that you are not lost. You are on a path. You're just on a bump right now, and you will be able to regroup rather quickly once you take control of the situation. But you will need energy. You will need to fight through that depression, fight through that heartbreak or that loss, so that you can raise your vibration and know that you're back on your path. So do your meditation, guys. Do your self-care. Eat right. Sleep as much as you can. Exercise as well. Get out there and breathe the fresh air and get rejuvenated again. Get your inspiration back. Start that strategy that we all know that we have within ourselves, to find an answer to the problem. So Libras, please let me know how you're doing right now. I would love to hear from you guys. Either you can leave a comment or shoot me an email. Either way is great. I would love to have you guys back. So please like and subscribe. Take care.